Eris-sama say, and welcome back. My name is Mizuchi Oruka, Blue Dragon Vtuber, and we are back in Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Micheal. Last time on the Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Micheal, we had we're currently in the Mai and Reo arc, and last time Mai is trying to get Reo to make friends with the other girls, so they went on a few double dates and they all kind of ended with Reo storming off, except in the last double date that they went on with Shizuku-sama and Eris-sama, they were able to make a friend with Shizuku-sama because they both are hot-headed, and they played Karuta, and it was fun. They played some old Japanese traditional games, and they had a club that Eris-sama made at St. Michael's, so that was cute. And now we are on to either the next day or a continuation of that same day. It is up to interpretation. Reo made a friend. No sooner had I said it than winter break was over. Oh, alright, well, sucks to suck. I guess it's winter break is over, so it's another day. And then it was the start of the new term. The next order of business for the events committee was the Valentine's event. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if we're going to be doing the Valentine's event per couple then. I don't know. Just like before, we were gathered in the classroom after school, having discussion with Yuna-san at our center. Is everyone satisfied with the agenda we just went over? Yuna-san was her usual self, speaking confidently from the podium. This would be our second event, following on the heels of Christmas, so there was a pretty strong sense of familiarity this time around. I'm sorry, there's a lot of dudes outside who have small penises and loud cars, so I'm sorry if you just heard one of those small penised boys. So then, the focus of the event will be distributing our handmade chocolates to everyone. We readily agreed on the agenda. Tomorrow, we would finally start the preparations. Well then, let's end things here for today. Rising from our chairs, we each gathered up our things to go home. Now then, Reo, are you ready? Huh? Reo was nowhere to be seen. She'd been right next to me a second ago, quietly listening to the discussion. That's odd. I scanned the classroom and found her standing by the door. What is that girl doing? Hey, you trying to duck out? Not at all. I'm ready to go home for the day. I want a rematch. She was making a racket and tugging on Eris-sama's clothes as she was trying to leave. What do you think you're doing, young lady? I came up behind her and pinned her arms behind her back, pulling away from Eris-sama. Oh, look, your mom's here to get you. Well, I'll bid you good day then. Don't say that. Maya's not my mom. She's my girlfriend. Ignoring Rio's fussing, Eris-sama winked at me as she left the classroom. Jeez, Mai, let me go. Fine. Now, what was that between you and Eris-sama? It was about me being better at Karuta than she is. Karuta, huh? Was she really that much of a sore loser? I knew I could beat her, but I just had one more chance. Just where you were getting this confidence, just where you getting this confidence from? I've seen that late night Karuta anime too, you know. They do it like this, right? Shing! She shot her hand with a whoosh. What do you think? I've been practicing at home in secret. She swung her arm around, looking even more proud. Hey, that's dangerous. Watch it. It's fine. I'm not hurting anything. Yeah! Watch out! Yuna-san quickly intercepted a swipe that came within a hair of hitting Nanami-chan. Ryo-san, if you're gonna be doing something like that, you should take a stock of your surroundings first. I'm sorry. Toot. Ryo was without a doubt the one at fault here. She submissively hung her head. Yuna-san, I should have. What just happened? I had just been about to apologize myself when a tornado-like wind flashed in front of my eyes. Was that Yuna-san? Besides, you're gonna swipe a card, it should be more like that, right? That swing just now was in a whole other league from Rio's. Well then, good day to you two. Good day. It was all I could do to return her farewell. Holy fuck, that was crazy. Did you see that, Reo? Reo just stood there with her mouth agape, watching her walk away. Holy fuck. Impressive. Unisan was certainly something else. Something else? Reo had been butting heads with Eris-sama since the very first committee meeting, but then that had only been the beginning. Armageddon is soon approaching. We started getting ready for the Valentine's event. The only thing we had planned was to hand out homemade chocolates, so it was going to be a lot easier than a Christmas event. Even so, there was a lot to be done. We each had our assigned tasks, so naturally, Reo and I weren't always together. As a result, I was constantly on edge over whether or not she was off somewhere getting into trouble. I got a bad feeling about this, Mr. Stark. I got a bad feeling about this, Scoob. I kept glancing over to keep an eye on her while I worked on the announcement posters. Reo was in charge of the decorations. It looked like she was making something with construction paper.
My heart is bigger than yours, Eris-sama.
Wow, I'm having like really weird tremors today. So I was saying it's a struggle.
Hey, what happened to you there?
What do you mean? It's a heart decoration. They told me to make a bunch of them, so I just cut it out. Doesn't it look a little lopsided? You know what else is lopsided? Your tits!
Shut up, Reo. At least I have tits.
Yeah, well, fuck you! It's fine. Besides, you can't even tell from a distance. Even from a distance. You can tell it's as uneven as that one is.
Shut up, Eris.
What? I was only trying to help. I don't need your help.
Now go away.
What are you staring like that for? I was just thinking, the heart looks like kind of like a butt.
Don't be stupid.
A butt looks like this. Reo, you made a butt. I did not. Why would I even make something like that? Come on. Because you're obsessed with butts, duh. Uh-oh. It sounded like she was about to get into something. But the heart that Reo made, which Eris-sama was holding in her hand, totally looked like a butt. I mean, all hearts look like butts, don't they? If you flip them upside down, it's a butt. Getting fed up, Reo tried to take it back from her. Everyone else is taking their work seriously. And here she was fighting over something trivial again. I was just about to stand up to go get between them, when another member stopped to mediate. Eris-sama, I think you've teased Ryo-san enough. Alright, sorry about all the fuss. No, it's fine. Eris-sama, the lid to this candy tin is shaped like a heart, so why don't you use this? There you go. Then the hearts will look perfect. Fine, I'll do that then. Thanks, Reo. You could help out too, you know. Alright, but just a little. I was actually having an ordinary conversation with Kairi-san and Sarah-chan. And I stepped in to break things up, not to mention Eris-sama.
Am I getting a little jealous?
I thought for sure she was about to ready to blow her up, her top. Even her classmates weren't sure how to get close to her. That, combined with the fact that Reo pushed them away, caused them to keep their distance. And that was why Reo couldn't make any friends. At one time, Reo had been like that with me too. Now, even when I wasn't there, she was interacting with people around her. She's growing up and I don't like it. Oh, looks like you made up. Here, for your good behavior. Yunosana handed Reo a piece of candy.
Thanks. Oh my, Oishi.
I'm sorry I said umai. It's not the same flavor. It's candy. It should be oishi. I'm sorry. Look at that look of bliss. Kairi-chan, do you have any candy? I want to give her some now too. I need more warning than that. How many hearts should we make? Don't just sit there and snack. Help me out here. Hold your horses. Nope. Rhea looked so happy to have gotten a treat. It looked like she was actually really getting along with everyone. Could it be? Could Rhea be making friends of her own? Just like Shizuku-sama said? No, not without my help. I cast a quick glance at Shizuku-sama working next to me. She was smiling as to say, see? Seeing her like that made me really happy for some reason. I felt like a proud mother watching her daughter grow up. I don't know if that's a good dynamic to look at it that way, Mai-sama, but it's okay. The meeting had ended, and we were on our way home. Rio's cheeks were rosy, and she was chattering excitedly. And then, after I got candy, Inajima Sarah found cookies somewhere and brought me one. That was nice. Was it good? Mama. Her chest was puffed out with pride. She seemed to be pleased with that she couldn't stop talking. Can you believe that, Eris? Comparing what I had to butt? The nerve of her! Your butt is much more delicate shade of pink than that heart. Why would you have to go and say something so embarrassing, Mai? I mean, it's true. I mean, I feel like it'd be more white, but never mind. No reason. That was weird. My voice sounded so peevish it surprised me. But Reo was so absorbed in her conversation that she didn't seem to notice. I was getting from ear to ear, ecstatic that she had made friends and was talking so happily about it. So then why? It's jealousy. It's called being jealous. Why is jealousy such a weird concept for every Japanese girl? Never mind. But then, the hearts Eris made after that didn't look very good at all. That Eris is all talk. And then guess what Eris did? Eris. The fact that she couldn't stop talking about her was proof enough to how attached she'd become. It was just what I'd hoped for, but I felt uneasy. What's wrong with me? Hey Mar, have you been listening to me? I was getting irritated. What is this feeling? Could it be jealousy? Could it be that time of the month? Wow, that's like two completely different options. I mean, one could say that this one leads to this one, but I am a male, so I will not comment on that. But I am going to save it. Oh no, we're running out of pages. We're running out of pages. Alright. Could it be jealousy? Could it be jealousy? Huh? I found myself clutching Rio's hand. Let go of me, Mai. You're hurting my hand. I know Reo hated stuff doing like this out in public, but I was determined not to let go. We're going. Just like that, I hurried her along, practically dragging her. Hold on, Mai. I can't keep up. My legs are small. So that was it? I was jealous? I was jealous of Eris-sama. Pulling Reo along, I made a beeline straight for her apartment. I'm gonna fuck you so hard to prove that I'm not jealous! Hi, what's gotten into you? Alright, I'm gonna save this one right here. Then we're gonna go back to load. Could it be it's that time of the month today? The blood moon has finally risen in the night sky? No, that couldn't be it. That was last week. Oh. So then, what was the source of this irritation? I don't know what's causing this, but I'm gonna have to take it out on you, Reo. Oh, wait, Mai! Yeah! I scooped her tiny body up in my arms and made a beeline for the bedroom. If I didn't make her mine, if I didn't love her to my heart's content, this feeling didn't seem like it would ever go away. Alright, well, that's one way to deal with that problem. Jeez, Mai, what's gotten into you? I'm debating if I should save it here or not. I mean, I guess this is the same file, so it both falls into this one. Okay. Oh, you guys can see my mouse now. My mouse has been awkwardly sitting over here this whole time. Wow, that's embarrassing. Okay, now you can't see it. Oh god, I can't believe I didn't notice until just now. Oh well. Halfway through the second episode of today's session. No sooner had I walked in the door than I led Reo straight to the bed. Hey, Mai. I'm getting kind of nervous. Then I pushed her down onto it. Wait, Mai, huh? I quickly undressed her, one article of clothing after another. It's a mine, isn't it? There was definitely a brisk chill in the room, and Reo was shivering slightly. I immediately switched on the heat, and the temperature began to rise in no time. I'm sorry I'm reading this so fast. I had a feeling that I should read this fast. I was the one who told her not to turn it above the preset temperature, but I'd just broken my own rule. I'm such a loser. That was the last thing on my mind at the moment, though. And that was really long. Wow. Grr, Mai,
You hentai fiend! Baka!
come on. I told you I was sorry. Not too sorry, though. Afterward, I apologized profusely to Reo. From her point of view, I just dragged her to the bedroom without any warning on her way home. It was no surprise she didn't understand the reason behind our sudden coitus. The reason had been jealousy on my part. But I was just worried I wasn't gonna have you all to myself anymore.
What are you talking about?
You suddenly started getting along with everyone at the events committee meetings.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it was true. I wasn't just ready to admit it yet. You're usually so hopeless. I was shocked by your growth.
It's not like that. I'm that hopeless. Not hopeless. If you look up hopeless, it'll say see Reo. If you look at Reo, it'll say see hopeless. You're totally hopeless.
Sorry, I didn't really actually want to yell that.
How many times do I have to say the word hopeless until you're happy?
I might cut out my voice and have you guys listen to that noise she just made. That was crazy. It's so visceral. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Jeez, I have no idea what you're trying to say. I'm trying to say that I fucking love you and I'm jealous that you're hanging out with other girls, so fuck. Just give me all your attention like usual. Stop making friends. It was my bad. I don't like that you're making friends.
I'm basically just saying I'm jealous for no reason. I should have just been happy that you're finally making friends. Friends? What friends? You look totally clueless. Huh? Like Eris-sama.
She's not a friend, she's a rival, an arch enemy.
Reo rose to her feet and started shadowboxing.
Shoo, 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 shoo. Right, left, right, shoo, 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 shoo.
Next time, I'll give her a taste of what I can really do. She's practicing her Karuta swipes too. Reo always did like she to focus on superficial things first. Wow, that was a struggle. I'm sorry. Say, Reo? What? Here, Mai, you try it too. I'll pass. Hey, you say she's an enemy, but deep down you think of her as a friend, right? Reo suddenly stopped in her tracks.
Do you not listen when I talk to you?
I don't mean that at all! In the end, Reo still wouldn't acknowledge Eris-sama as a friend.
Meh.
Probably should end it here for today, but this would be a really short episode if I did. Nah, we'll keep going. I'm gonna stick to my 30 minutes, even if we're halfway through a story. I'm sorry. Well then, it looks like we've decided on the recipe for the chocolates we'll be passing out the day of the event. Should we buy a few more molds to make the chocolates? I think it'd be really cute if we use washi tape for the wrapping. Let's get some. Washi tape is like printed design tape, if anybody was wondering.
But our budget.
Hey, where are the scissors?
Up your ass. Actually, don't do that. It's dangerous.
It was after school, and once again we were all busy prepping for the event. I had been around the school hanging up the announcement posters I'd just finished. I had only just now gone back to the classroom. I would call it a club room, personally, but to each their own. Posters are up on the bulletin boards and in the hall in front of the teacher's lounge. Yuna-san? Oh, forgive me. Thank you for doing that. We've still got a few left. What should we do with them? Put them up somewhere else? Let me think. Where would be a good place? Yuna-san had been spacing out a little bit. That was understandable, though. She already had her hands full with the Campus Improvement Committee, and on top of that, she was a representative for the Events Committee. It wouldn't be surprising at all if she was steadily running herself ragged.
I'll go put some up at the stairwells and other places people might see them. Thank you, if you wouldn't mind doing that. Allow me to assist you with that. Shizuku-sama, who had happened to be standing nearby, volunteered her help. There was a faint hint of exhaustion in her voice, too. That's alright, I can manage on my own. I politely refused, not wanting to add to her work, and let myself out of the room. My thumb is shaking like a jitterbug. It's like my blood sugar really high or something. Makes me kind of nervous. Happens every once in a while though, so no worries. No worries. Everyone really seemed to be wearing themselves out. But I'd be lying to say if I wasn't feeling exhausted too. But I wasn't about to be the only one complaining about it. Here, this looks like a good spot. There was a hallway close to the central courtyard. But lots of people passed through this area around lunchtime, so people were bound to see it here. I unrolled the poster and tried to hold it in place with tape. But it kept wanting to roll back up, so it wasn't going very well. Ah man, if only I had 3 hands. Things actually would have gone a lot more smoothly if I had a second person with me. I'm such a dope. I'd gotten help from some passing students when I hung up the ones on the bulletin boards by the teacher's lounge, but right now there was no one else around. I was completely isolated. Might as well rub one out, you know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. Oh! Suddenly a hand reached out and held down the end of the poster. Thank you so much. Reina-sensei? Wow, we haven't heard from Reina-sensei in a while. Here, help me tape it down. I'm busy. Right. Felt bad for having her help with something this menial when she was so busy. I hurried up and taped the poster down. That looks good enough. It's alright if you let go now, Sensei. No, this won't do. Uh-huh? I didn't notice, but she definitely pushed her tatas up when she folds her arms, doesn't she? Reina-sensei narrowed her eyes and carefully examined the poster. It's a little crooked. You should fix it, Sawaguchi-san. Right. Alright, Miss Perfect. I peeled out the tape and repositioned it. How does this look? Still look crooked. See, the left side is too high. I guess so. What if it was just cut bad? Sensei seems so carefree, but she might actually have been really particular. I had to listen to her tell me it was no good over and over again. Sawaguchi, do you have trouble with this sort of thing? How about you do it? Huh? I suppose that might be the case. This is something you can't afford to get wrong. Why? I understand. Okay, how does this look? Maybe a little higher? No, not that high! What about here? So close, but still not quite. So close, she said. A minute ago, we'd only been the ones here, but now a crowd is suddenly passing through the hallway. Unsurprisingly, they were watching Reina-sensei and my exchange with keen interest. Reina-sensei? What is it, Sawaguchi-san? Never mind. She was trying to draw attention on purpose? No, that couldn't be it. I couldn't bring myself to ask, and we ended up repositioning the poster a total of 5 times. Finally. With Reina-sensei's help, I managed to hang the poster beautifully. Thank you again. Forget it. It was nothing, but isn't it normal to do this sort of work with 2 people? Yeah, but I'm stupid and I wanted to try to do it alone. That's true, but everyone else seems so tired. She mulled something over for a minute. Uh-oh, that probably came off as sounding a little irritated. They've been working so hard, you should all take a breather once in a while. Eh? Now that's settled, let's hurry on back to where everyone else is, Sawaguchi-san. Wait, Sensei, you're gonna demand something unreasonable, aren't you? She pulled me by the hand and led me back down the path I'd just come from. Sensei, what's this about? I just told you, we're taking a breather! Huh? We're getting everyone together in my apartment just like we had done with the study camp. Nani? I wasn't still sure what she was talking about as we arrived back at the classroom. And we will continue this next time on Mizuchi Oruka Plays Video Games. I know it's like a little bit shorter than usual and not even that long, and I know we didn't even get that much into the story, but this seems like a good stopping point because this is kind of like another whole we moved areas, so I guess this is a good cliffhanger to leave it on. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Comment down below if you think there's anything that you believe I could work on, or if you just want to say hi, that works too. But please like and subscribe, and guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.